live again on a daily basis. Um, it is early. It is really early for me, and I'm struggling here. But anyway, I made a commitment in showing up every single day at 6 a.m. my time for you. So that's what I'm going to do. So today I want to quickly jump into talking about something that I've been thinking about is the fact that this world could either be a very hostile place or a very magical place. It kind of goes hand in hand with my post yesterday. I think what we fail to realize is that this world is so magical. There's so many different things that you can do. So I want to talk a little bit about that after I say hello to all these wonderful people that's showing up. We got Lynn in the house. Nice to see you. I'm going to give you a little wave. We have Bo in the house. Nice to see you as well. We have Mafazur in the house. Nice to see you. Bo sends love and hugs to all. See, there you go. If you spend more time with Bo, I think your world will become a more magical place. There's this, there are certain people in this world, and you may know them. You may be one of them, actually. I'm sorry to say this, but you might actually be one of them. Is like nothing. Like you go on this like negativity scavenger hunt. You try to find out everything that's wrong, and every time you find something wrong, um, you will find more wrong things. There was this analogy that was used by this man, Jesse Elder. He was saying that the universe works as a cosmic Google search. If you say to yourself that, what is wrong with my life? Basically, you're keying in what is wrong with my life. And the cosmic Google search will just tell you these are all the things that is wrong with your life. Versus if you said to yourself that, what is amazing about my life? Then it will give you the same search as well. This kind of goes along with, having a lot of fear around something when you think that you're going to mess up something constantly. I used to think that a lot. Like every time I took action towards anything, like whether if it's me making some videos or it's me doing something even bigger, stepping on stage, I'm always thinking that, what would people think? What if I mess it up? What if this? And then I would just kind of get myself into this very anxious state to a point that I have a hard time even speaking. And then I start shifting it. Um, I think I started shifting my perspective not even that long ago because I used to be in the state of mind that things have to be hard. You have to go through struggle. You have to overcome challenges. You got to do everything. And when certain things are a little bit effortless, I feel like something is not quite right or I'm losing my edge. So I would actually create problems for myself in order to overcome them, which is so silly because it's just your ego trying to feel more satisfied because you have solved a problem, but you made that problem to begin with. Sometimes there is no problem. Now, I'm not saying that there is no pain in our lives because there is. We will face pain, and it's okay to completely feel it fully. And there's a lot of beauty in feeling the pain and building some sort of learning experience from it. But if there's no problem, don't create one. Right? I think we love creating problems. We are a bunch of drama kings and queens. When things are going a little bit too well, you think about ways to self-sabotage because you want to create a problem that does not exist yet. So in the comments, I would love to find out what you guys are, and if you have any questions, any comments in what's happening. Hello, Simply Bliss. Nice to see you as well. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to answer it. What are some of your thoughts about this world? What is your perspective about this world? Is your perspective that the world is a hostile place, um, or do you feel like this world is a magical place where you could create wonderful things to happen? I'm going to say hello to a couple of our friends on YouTube here. Hello, Latrenda. Nice to see you. Very nice. We got Tracy in the house. Nice. Negative attracts negative. Yes. So Tracy on YouTube is saying that negative attracts negative. It's absolutely true. You do not. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. So when you do have negative people in this world, it's like, oh, I don't understand. Why are so many people so negative around me? Why am I always, but I really want positivity. I want more money in my life. I want more abundance in my life. But yet you are the negative one. So negative will attract negative. So thank you, Tracy, for mentioning that. Now, how can you fix your negativity? That's the thing, right? A lot of people maybe have the awareness already and say, you know what, I'm a pretty negative person. I want to change that. So the first thing is just catching it, having the awareness to know that you are being negative. Sometimes we are on such autopilot that we don't even realize. It could be something as simple as someone looks at you in a weird way that you think it's a weird way, but it's actually not a weird way. Um, so catching yourself, you're like, hey, what am I doing here? Are they actually looking at me weird? Or maybe they are. Who cares? It does not affect you. The second thing is to really think about getting an accountability partner. Get someone who's also positive. You don't want a negative accountability partner because then it becomes like a whole, like, a shit show of you just complaining about your problems constantly. Get someone who's a little more on the positive side, and so I'll tell them, hey, hold me accountable every time I complain or I say something negative. Call me out and say, hey, you're being negative, right? So do that. I think that would really help. First is having the awareness, and the second thing is having some kind of accountability system so you're not being negative. Okay, so Bo is saying something. He's saying, no more fears. Meditation daily is ridding any expectations in life. I love it. Yeah, on the thought of on the thought of, I meditate every single day. I meditate 2 hours a day, which is amazing. It has done wonders for me. And a lot of anxiety is linked to having a lot of expectations, thinking that certain event is going to unfold a certain way, and you have all these different expectations around it. And sometimes those expectations are really, really on the negative side. You expect that things are not going to work out. You expect that the person is not going to accept you. You expect the worst. You have all these worst case scenario constantly going through your mind, right? But if you were to ask yourself the question, how do I want to feel? I always go this way. How do I want to feel? What is my intention here? If I'm doing something big, how do I want to feel? I want to feel excited about this. I really want to bring love into this audience because I used to do a lot of public speaking, and I always felt there was some layer of fear in it, which is so silly because you know what? You're just speaking in front of a bunch of people. It's not a big deal. I think it kind of goes back to the judgment of others. You think that people are going to be looking at you in a weird way, or you feel like an imposter, which is what I used to feel. I used to like go on stage, it's like, what if people find me out? They realize that I don't know what I'm talking about, which is so silly. I did. So instead of like constantly replaying these negative scenarios in my mind, I would like get myself to such an anxious state that I wouldn't be able to speak because it was all linked to expectations. So what you were talking about, Bo. But yeah, meditation is awesome. It actually helps a lot. I would not say for me personally that I have no more fears. I still do, but it's definitely not driving my decisions. Like when I feel something exciting, I actually look at fear as more of an excitement thing, and I just go out and do it. So what do we have here? Flame Lioness Lynn is saying, gotta ask yourself, what do you gain from being negative? Have to be honest with yourself. Yeah, get honest with yourself. Like, what do you have to gain from being negative? Probably nothing for most people. Awesome, guys. Um, what are some of the things that you guys are up to this evening as well as I talk more about this subject? And another thing too is the more energy and the more attention you put on something, the bigger it grows. It just does. It's if you even he, this is an awesome thing that I do want to talk to you guys about is I had a client who was telling me that he was following a particular account And he's just like, I don't understand, I know this person means well, but I feel so stressed every time I see his stories and his videos and all of that. I was like, so don't follow him. Don't, because why are you going to allow someone to steal your energy? Right? It's even you could be a very positive human being and not have anything really affect you, but also be protective of your energy. Anything that you focus your attention on, it's going to grow. If you are following someone on Instagram and they are stressing you out, and it's not like it's coming from a malicious place because this person that was creating these videos means really well. It's just the energy and the delivery of it is stressing this person out. So don't watch his stuff. And on the other hand, is also ask yourself the question, have the awareness, like, why is this person stressing me out? Because I think when certain people trigger us, so it's two things. Number one, if it's just like negative complaining energy, kind of like draining your energy kind of level, protect your energy that way. And you don't have to follow every single person in this world, no matter, doesn't matter if they're positive or negative either, right? The second question is that, there are certain people that will trigger something in us. Is there something wrong with them? Maybe, but you have full control over how you act in a situation. Maybe someone is saying something to you and or saying something about something in this world and you're feeling triggered by it. Maybe the person is saying that, you need to go out there and do the work, right? Which is an example of what this person talks about. And you get triggered by it. You get triggered by the fact that someone is saying, you got to go out there and do the work. I really hate it when he says, you got to go out there and do the work. Maybe it's triggering something in you because there's a part of you that you have not accepted yet. Maybe that part of you feels that you're not doing the work and you're being triggered by it for somehow. So the problem is not with this person. They don't need to change their content and stop talking about doing the work. Maybe there's something inside of you that needs more love. Maybe there's a part of you that is not doing the work and you are not accepting yourself or you're not loving it. Why don't you be a space for that? It's like, hey, you know what? I know there's certain things that I want to do in my life and I'm not taking action towards it. And can you love that part of yourself? Can you accept it wholeheartedly? And when you can, and someone says, hey, you got to do the work, you're like, yeah, I know. But I also love that part of me and I'm working on it. Awesome. Good. It kind of diffuses the situation because people don't have to walk on eggshells around you. And I definitely don't want that either. Like there are certain things that people say to me that trigger me, right? Um, like there's certain people in my life who are very close to me have a tendency of triggering me a lot. And I've been asking myself the questions like, why is this person triggering me? Is this a part of me that I still haven't accepted unconditionally yet? You know, like one of my intentions is to love unconditionally. And there are probably parts of me that I don't. There's so every time someone says something to me, it triggers something. So what you need is not to tell the person to shut the hell up. And you can if you want to, but it shouldn't affect you as a person because you can't change someone else. You can't change the way someone speaks. You can't change. I mean, if it's someone really close to you and they really love you, you could tell them that, certain things that they talk about is offensive to you, but, it's not up to them to change. It's up to you to change yourself. So that's where I want to go from there. All right. Hello. Hello, Pedro. Nice to see you guys as well. And awesome. Okay. So we have, let me see what's going on YouTube as well. Did I miss what? Did I miss what Lily means? I don't know. Who party people? So nice to see you guys. Okay, we got RJ in the house. And we got Evan. Oh, yes, we got Evan. Nice to see you guys as well. Okay. Oh, she's talking to AG, not us. Oh, awesome. I know. This is totally a test to see if I could do both simultaneously. Maybe I should put a little my phone up there. I don't know. It's kind of weird because I'm talking to both of you at the same time. So someone had a question there. How are you guys doing on YouTube? Are you feeling good? We need love too. I am so sorry, guys. I know. Maybe I'll do two separate ones. Maybe I should not do it simultaneously. I don't know. Who knows? Did I miss what it mean? What with Lily means? I don't know. I don't know what it is that we're talking about here. So hello, YouTube people. I hope you could hear me well and everything. And I don't want to ignore you guys. I do want to pay some attention to you. So giving you guys some love, RJ and Latrenda and everything. Um, Let me know also. Give me some feedback. You know, do you want me to just talk to you directly? And then maybe I could do 15 minutes YouTube and 15 minutes IG. This is my second day doing something simultaneously. And if you guys feel like it's not as interactive for you because I'm looking at one of you, now I'm ignoring the IG people, I could do it separate. I could do 15 minutes each. Maybe that's what I can do too. The whole point of all of this that I'm doing is I would like to engage more with you guys. I want to make you feel that you are part of this community. So if you feel, Latrenda, if you feel like I'm not giving you love, maybe that's something that I need to shift for myself. So guys, in the comments, both on Instagram and on YouTube as well, like write certain things. Write in the comments what is your perspective on this world? Do you feel like this is a hostile environment that we live in, or do you feel like this is a magical place? And I just want to see what your perspective on that is. And it doesn't have to be, you know, like don't judge yourself for it. Like whatever thing that comes to mind right away, just type it down because I believe that this is a magical place. I think we can make magic happen. We could make everything come true. And we are all infinite. Like we have the same capacity to gain the kind of success that Oprah Winfrey has, that Malcolm Gladwell, I was thinking of, has. We all have the same amount of capacity. I think the thing that trips us up a lot is having belief in yourself. And I think that's something that I lacked a lot of in the beginning of my journey, and I had like little glimpses of it here and there. I I had a little bit of belief in myself, but then I would like shrink away because I didn't have the proper environment to kind of nurture that. And also that's even an excuse because I think we are also our own environment. We're much greater than that. Um, so what are some of your thoughts? I would love to find out. And also, it's a competitive environment. I like it. I like it. So some of the folks on Instagram is saying that. So Mafazur is saying, "Thanks for the love. It's a magical world. Staying positive helps me." Awesome. So that's what you think. Phil is thinking that it's a competitive environment. That's what he sees the world as. And competition could be a very good thing too. It doesn't have to be it. Maybe you're looking at it from a positive. It's a competitive world. I think there is when you feel like you always have to you have to do better and be the better version of ourselves. That actually really pushes us. So if you're in a competition with other people on the same path as you, or if you're in the competition with yourself, awesome as well. So Adrian Harlot is saying, "Yay, I'm in time. I'm in time for magic." Awesome. It's true. And, and also tell me that are any of the stuff I'm talking about crazy? Does it sound crazy to you? Does it sound crazy to you that I believe that this world is a magical place and we could create magic? We could have more belief in ourselves. If you wanted to, tomorrow start a production company, which I know some of you do want to. You want a film production company. Do you think it's absolutely possible? It is so possible to do that. And if inside of you you feel like, oh my God, this is crazy, I don't think it's possible, that is your cap. That is your limit. Anytime you feel like something is impossible, you just capped yourself. Because you have so many ideas inside of you that you can execute. But the thing is that you have to believe it's possible. Otherwise, you are just going to limit yourself. So I believe that, so Latrend is saying that I believe it's a magical place. We are here to create self-awareness of infinite possibilities. Amazing. It is true. We have infinite possibilities within us. There's this challenge that was going around that I'm a part of. Actually, this is kind of fun. Is listing down every single day, thinking about 100 different possibilities. 100 different possibilities. Maybe that would be a challenge for you guys as well. It's a challenge that another community that I'm a part of, we started it. So 100 different possibilities. What are some of the things that you think is possible? Like, for example, today, just thinking about it right now, it's like, it's absolutely possible that I could have an amazing time having a live event with you guys. It's possible for me to wake up early and be full of energy. It's so possible. It's possible for me to go on my coaching calls in half an hour and absolutely, be able to shift them and change their lives. And they are able to change their lives. It's absolutely possible for me to start a different business if I wanted to. It's absolutely possible for all of you guys to create a world that does not exist yet. It's absolutely possible for me to feel really healthy. It's positive. Like, when you think about it, when you start to put yourself in a mindset and in a state of everything is possible, and it doesn't even matter if you execute all 100 things, you probably won't. It's really putting yourself in the mindset that everything is possible. Because when you start to have a big thing, I want to become a speaker, I want to become a, entrepreneur, and I want to start my own business, I want to be a coach, I want to do all of these things. And if you're already in a state of possibility all the time, then you place yourself in that state. So there you go. Okay, so Latrenda is saying, Adrian Hartlett, hearing you say that out loud is, I'm shaking with excitement. Exactly. That is so good. I don't know what I said out loud, but amazing. Whatever I said, keep being excited. And not only keep yourself in this excited place, but also do something about it. Take action. The time is now. The time is definitely now. Like, what is something that you want to do that you can take action to right away? There's always something you could do towards it. Do you need to tell someone? Do you need to call a couple of people? Do you need to do some, like, not too much research, but do you need to do research? What is it that you need to do? The first step towards your big goal or small goal, whatever. Doesn't matter, right? It's all possible. Okay, so we got RJ. I felt the same week. I kept myself on Instagram. I just use Instagram for 30 minutes. Why is that? Why is that, RJ? Tell me, why did you stop Instagram? Why did you keep yourself away from Instagram? I want to, and I'm genuinely curious about it. I don't want to make any assumptions why you stopped it. So please tell me. But I didn't stop posting on Instagram. Oh, interesting. So you continue to create content, you do not consume. And let us know why. Why is that? Liz, hello. Nice to see you as well. Okay, so I am going to go into Instagram here. Amazing. That's powerful. Thanks, Lily. Have a great day. You have a good day too, Phil. Have a good night. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so let me as RJ is. I want to hear what RJ has to say about taking a break from Instagram. Okay, well, nice. Thank you, Mafazur. Nice seeing you as well. Good. We got 3 minutes left. Hopefully, RJ will get back to us because I'm actually really curious about it. There's this. I feel. Take care. Thank you, Mafazur. I feel that a lot of people are taking breaks from Instagram and different social media platform. What we have to understand is that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these different social media platforms, all they are tools. They're tools for us to share our message. They're tools for us to communicate. When the tool becomes bigger than you, the creator, you are the reason why all of these different things exist, right? So if you start feeling like it's overwhelming, it's bigger than me, I have to do certain things, remember that you are the reason. You are the reason why all these different things exist. Like a knife, I don't know, I thought about a knife. A knife wouldn't have the same effect if you were not holding it and using it towards something. A knife by itself doesn't do anything, right? And going back to the tool analogy, a knife, you can use a knife to cook a delicious meal, cut a bunch of different delicious vegetables, and cook a delicious meal for friends and really show your love for them, or you can use it to kill someone. It's just a tool, right? Same as social media. I think it becomes like this big monster, and people are like, I feel like I'm spending too much time, the only thing, my energy, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's just a tool. It's an awesome tool. I love it. I'm on both right now. And just know that you are bigger than that. The ideas are coming from you. The tool is just there for you to use when you want it. And it just amplifies anything that you need to do, right? Like try cooking a meal, full meal without a knife. Try cutting a vegetable without a knife. You would have to rip it apart. So that's the same thing as Instagram. It just helps you make things easier and to bring a wider audience. But if you feel like you're spending too much time on it for whatever reason, um, then yeah, limit yourself. But why, what are you spending too much time on? Is it consumption? Are you following certain people that is causing you to feel negative? Like, what is it, right? So kind of keep in mind of that, because I don't think Instagram is a bad thing. I think it's an awesome thing, but it's just a tool. That's all it is. It's just, you just use it to share your message or to communicate with people. Okay, so Liz J is asking me a question. Do you think it's possible for someone to take your energy away? Yeah, I do think it's possible. And I think it's possible if you make it possible. You immediately, uh, you could be very protective of your energy and really kind of stay focused on that. But it's because you allow someone to do that to you. So it's possible if you believe it's possible. Going back to the mindset shift. So if there's someone in your life that you feel like that's constantly taking away your energy, then you're probably allowing it to happen, right? And it's not from a place that you feel that you're actually saying those words. I'm giving the person permission to take away my energy. But if you allow them to trigger you, or you allow them to put you in a negative mindset, then number one, like get away from that person. You know, like you don't need to be in any situation that you don't want to be in. Um, And also the second thing is, start working on yourself. Like, what are the things that you need to do to bring yourself energy? It always comes down to us. It always does. Is what are the things that I can do? What can I learn from it? So go from there. RJ is saying, I feel overwhelmed seeing all the posts and the stories. Feeling overwhelmed? Don't watch it. Right? Um, yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, taking some time away is good, but it's more to do with I curate my content on Instagram. I don't follow a lot of people. I mainly follow my clients, to be honest, because that's where I want my energy to go. Like talking about energy again, right? Like whatever you focus your energy and time on will grow. So, because when you look on my Instagram account, I don't follow other people. I only follow my clients because I want to put the focus on them. Because the more I focus on them, the more they will grow. The more I will grow. The more I can think about possibilities for them. So, so I do that. I don't really. I curate my content around people that I want to focus on. So maybe that'll help you too. How do you not get affected by negative people? I think I just answered that, Liz J. But if there are certain things that you want a little bit more clarification on, whether if it's how to not get affected by negative people, you could write to me directly. But I think how do you not get affected by negative people is um, is working on yourself. Going back to what I was talking about earlier, there are certain people that will say certain things that will trigger you for whatever reason. And really the part that they're triggering you is really the part that you haven't accepted, like fully accepted. Like I'm not saying that, you need to accept everything about yourself. Like, yes, you do need to accept everything about yourself, but it doesn't come from a place like, well, I'm just gonna like lie on the couch and let the universe take care of itself. No, that's not how things work. You still have to take action. You still have to go out there and do things and do the work. But what I mean is like acceptance is like, can you love where you are at right now? So if the person is triggering you or they make, for example, I have someone who's very close to me. And there are certain things that she brings up that triggers like certain worthiness issues when it comes to my looks, right? She will make comments about, the way I look. She would say, "Oh yeah, I saw your video. You look good, but maybe you want to fix this about yourself." So that triggers a lot of like self-worthiness issues. Like I feel I have insecurities about certain things about me in terms of my physical appearance. So it's not the job for me to tell them to shut the hell up, even though sometimes it could be the case, especially if it's coming from a place of love. I don't like to be so, there's no need. There's no need for me to be that way. But I have to ask myself the question like, are there certain, like, do you still have issues and insecurities about your appearance? Can you love where you're at right now? Like, can you love yourself for where you're at right now? Like, I know you want to become, yeah, I know you are healthy and you're becoming healthier as time goes, and your body is manifesting itself in that way. But can you love yourself for where you're at right now? And immediately, if you give yourself the love, negative people usually don't affect you anymore because you need to provide that love for yourself. So that's to answer your question, LJ, Liz J. Hopefully that, and if you want any more clarification, please let me know. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to read a couple of more comments. I realize the time is 6:35, so I am going to get going. RJ is saying, "I'm not feeling negative, but spending so much time last week, I wrote my thoughts and how I'm feeling, so I'm figuring out myself." Awesome. Lovely. Lovely. I love it. Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and really think about what am I doing here? Are there certain things I need to change? Right? Again, it's not when I say that, accepting everything doesn't mean that you're just like sitting there on the couch and allowing things to happen. It's more to do with like, okay, take a step back, look at everything, and evaluate, and then take action towards it. Like certain things need to be taken care of, right? Okay, so guys, have an amazing day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And I just realized that I meant live with Lily, but I said with Lily, which is kind of awesome too. All right, take care, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Yes, I will see you guys. Take care.